Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're getting practical, looking at something many of us use almost daily, but maybe haven't fully explored.
The user manual.
Exactly. Specifically, the one for the Bosch WGA 1420 Pi and washing machine. We're focusing on just getting it started, making laundry day less of a puzzle.
High on, absolutely. Those manuals can seem a bit much, can't they? Pages and pages.
They really can.
But our goal here is simple. Pull out the essential info, the basic steps, so you can operate your machine with confidence.
So by the end of this, you'll know the core steps to get a wash going. Sound good?
Sounds perfect.
Okay, let's start at the very beginning. Switching the machine on. How simple is it really?
Oh, it's genuinely simple. You see that main program selector knob?
The big dial usually.
That's the one. Just turn it. Turn it to any program setting at all.
Any program.
Any program.
Yeah.
That wakes the machine up, it's on.
Right. Okay. So it's awake, but it needs instructions.
Yeah.
How do we tell it what kind of wash we want? Cottons, delicates, that sort of thing.
You use that same selector knob again. Just turn it until it points to the cycle you need.
And the manual helps here.
Yes. Section 9, the programs bit, lists them all out. You'll find things like cottons. That's your general workhorse cycle.
Good for towels and sheets, maybe.
Exactly. Then you've got synthetics for more modern fabrics. Delicate silk for things needing gentle care. Each one usually has a brief description.
Okay, so turn the dial to match the load.
Yeah.
Easy enough. But what if, say, the default cotton setting is 40 degrees, but I want 60? Or maybe I want a slower spin. Can we tweak things?
Good question. Yes, you absolutely can adjust some settings for the specific program you've chosen.
How do we do that?
You'll need to look at the buttons near the display. The manual mentions Section 8 for buttons and Section 7 for the display. You'll typically find buttons labeled something like temp degrees or spin speed.
And the display shows what we've chosen.
Precisely. You press the button, maybe repeatedly, to cycle through the options, different temperatures, different spin speeds, and the display updates to show your selection.
And these changes, are they permanent? Like, if I change cottons to 60 degrees, will it always be 60 degrees from now on?
No, and that's quite handy, actually. Any adjustments you make are only for that specific wash cycle you're about to run.
Oh, okay.
The next time you select cottons, it'll just revert back to its standard default settings.
That's good to know. Less chance of accidentally boiling your woolens later.
Definitely less risk.
Right. So, machine's on, program selected, settings adjusted if needed. Now, the important bit, loading the laundry.
Hop on, and a little prep here goes a long way. Section 11.1 in the manual, Preparing the Laundry, has some key tips. First up, always check the pockets.
Oh, yes. The rogue tissue or coin nightmare.
Exactly. Then sorting helps lights, darks, colors. And
Yeah.
check fabric types, closed zippers, hooks, things that might snag.
And delicates.
For really delicate items, the manual suggests using a mesh laundry bag. Just gives them extra protection.
Good tip. Okay, pockets checked, laundry sorted, then just open the door and put them in.
Pretty much. Open the door, place the laundry inside, try to put items in, unfolded, spread them out a bit rather than packing them tight.
Not just stuffing it all in.
Ideally not, no. And crucially, before you shut the door, just run your hand around the seal, make sure no small items, like a sock, are trapped between the door and the rubber gasket.
Right. Don't want any escapees or leaks. What about how much we put in? Is there a limit?
Yes, very important. Each program in that Section 9 list will have a maximum load capacity, usually in kilograms.
So we need to pay attention to that.
Definitely. Overloading isn't great. Clothes might not wash properly, and it puts extra strain on the machine itself.
Okay, noted. Don't overfill. Clothes are in. Time for detergent.
Yes, the cleaning power. You'll need the detergent drawer. Section 5.2 describes it. Pull it out and you'll see compartments.
Right, usually a few different sections in there.
Typically, yes. Compartment 2, marked with 2 lines, that's usually for your main wash detergent.
For a standard wash.
Hanan, for most everyday washes. Then there's often a compartment with a symbol, maybe like a flower, that's for fabric softener. And sometimes a compartment marked I, one line, that's used for pre-wash detergent or if you're doing a soak.
Got it. So for a normal cycle, detergent goes in how much?
Best advice is always check your detergent packaging. It tells you the right amount based on load size, how dirty the clothes are, and even your water hardness sometimes.
And softener goes in the flower compartment.
That's right. And a key warning from Section 12, don't mix detergent and softener in the same compartment. Also, avoid using expired products or things not meant for washing machines.
Makes sense. Any difference if you use liquid detergent instead of powder?
The manual mentions sometimes there's an optional measuring aid for liquid detergent, sections 13.5 and 13.6 talk about this. If you have one, it helps measure correctly and contains the liquid.
Okay. Detergent sorted. We're ready to go.
Almost. Just one final simple step.
Which is,
Press the start pause button.
just press start.
Just press start. The machine will likely give a little confirmation beep or click, and the display will show the estimated time remaining or the finish time. And off it goes.
Brilliant. Simple as that. Now, you mentioned soaking earlier. For really grubby stuff.
Hakan, if you have things that are particularly stained or soiled, Section 13.9 explains soaking. You'd select that option before starting the main program.
And the detergent.
You'd put detergent for the soak into compartment A, and then you still put your main wash detergent into compartment 2 for the cycle that follows the soak.
Right. A two-stage attack on dirt. What if I press start and then, oh no, I spot a stray sock on the floor. Can I add it in?
Often, yes. Section 13.10 covers adding laundry mid-cycle. You press the start pause button again to pause the machine.
And the door unlocks.
Usually yes if it's safe. The display might show yes or allow opening. But be aware, if the water temperature or level inside is too high, the door will stay locked for safety. You wouldn't want hot water splashing out.
Safety first, absolutely. Okay, what of the opposite? I start a cycle and realize, oops, wrong program. Can I stop it completely?
You can cancel it. Section 13.11 explains this. Again, you use the start pause button, usually holding it for a few seconds.
And that just stops everything.
It stops the program, yes. But again, that safety lock might kick in if the water's hot or high. In that situation, you might have to run a quick rinse or spin drain cycle just to empty the machine before the door will unlock.
Okay, so stopping might involve an extra step sometimes. Got it. Assuming the wash finishes correctly, getting the clothes out seems obvious.
Very much so. Section 13.11 is brief. Once the cycle is done and the door unlocks, just open it up and remove your nice clean laundry.
Lovely. And after we've unloaded, are we completely done? Anything else we should do?
A couple of small things are recommended in Section 13.13 for switching off properly. First, turn that program selector dial all the way back to the off position.
Okay, switch it fully off.
Then, it's good practice to turn off the water tap that supplies the machine.
The tap on the wall.
That one. Also, give the rubber door seal a quick wipe with a cloth, helps keep it clean and prevents mold. And finally, leave the machine door slightly ajar and the detergent drawer slightly open too.
Why leave them open?
It just allows air to circulate, helps everything dry out properly inside, and stops it getting musty.
Ah, good tips for keeping the machine fresh. Okay, wow, that actually breaks down really well.
It's mostly logical steps once you know them.
So the core process.
Yeah.
Turn the dial to switch on, turn it again to pick your program, maybe tweak temperature or spin with the buttons, prepare and load the laundry carefully, add detergent to the right spot, press start.
That's the heart of it.
Then unload when done, turn the dial to off, turn off the tap, wipe the seal, and leave the door and drawer open.
Exactly. Those steps from Section 13 cover your basic day-to-day operation. The manual has more, of course, on special cycles or troubleshooting, but this is your foundation.
It feels much less daunting now. So, for everyone listening, now that you've got the basics down pat, maybe think about it. What tricky laundry challenge, maybe a specific fabric or a stubborn stain, are you feeling more confident to tackle with your Bosch machine?
A good question to ponder.
Indeed. Until our next deep dive, happy washing.